Good afternoon and welcome to Off the Cuff Live with Deb. I'm the broker owner here at Staged Homes Real Estate located at 335 Main Street in Vista. Today we're going to be talking about buyer's agents and why it is important that you hire and select the right buyer's agent. A lot of buyers now are going online first before they ever contact an agent because of third-party sites like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, and so on. But that's not the best way to hire a buyer's agent. So today I'm going to give you an example of why and what you need to do to protect yourself as a buyer's agent and what you can expect from an experienced broker and agent when representing to buy a home. So today, for example, we have a listing that just posted 2 days ago. We have multiple offers on the property. We are the listing agent, and surprisingly enough, we've got to now determine out of these three offers our opinion to give to our seller on which offer is the best offer for them to select. So with three offers on the table, we've got to now go through each one of these offers and decide, okay, what is going to be the highest and best net for our seller, as well as the right offer for our seller, which isn't always the highest and best as far as pricing. So let me give you an example. I've got three offers. Two of them are full price. One of them is $10,000 below asking price. The problem is that this property was built in 1951 and it does have some issues. Prior to putting the property on the market, we took the opportunity to actually hire a professional home inspector to go out to the property and inspect the property so that we as listing agents and the seller would be fully aware of what the condition of the property was when pricing the property and making it available for market. We also made this inspection report available to the prospective buyers because what we didn't want was to enter into escrow, have them go through the 17-day inspection period, and then fall out of escrow because they were unaware of the condition of the property. Now, the property was remodeled partially. It looks absolutely stunning online. It's beautifully staged, and as a result, we got our first offer in 5 minutes of it going live. But the problem is it has no heat source. And it has outdated electrical. As you can imagine, it's from the original 1950s. In addition, there are some roof problems, actually no leaks currently, but the roof had solar on it, and so there's going to need to be some roof repairs. In addition to that, you also have issues with some of the windows. So why am I telling you all the problems with the seller's home? Is because you need to know as a buyer what to look out for when you're actually making an offer. And as a buyer's agent, we're really careful to make sure that we're full disclosure. So while I'm looking at these three offers, I've got to consider a couple of things. First of all, one of the offers is VA, one of the offers is all cash, and one of the offers is conventional. So of course you're going to say, well, of course go with the all cash offer. Well, that would typically be the case, but in this case, because staged homes do sell faster and for more money. In addition, with 97% of buyers going online first, the first all-cash offer that we received is a sight unseen. The husband and wife happen to be on vacation, and although they love the property and have been looking for quite some time to find a property just like this, they haven't actually seen the property. So it's an all-cash, non-contingent offer. Fabulous terms, but the buyer hasn't seen the property. And so even though they're removing contingencies up front, the seller does take a risk that when they come back from their vacation in 10 days, they might change their mind once they see the property. So we've got to consider that when presenting that offer. Now, the second, which is the conventional offer, is not a full price offer. It is $10,000 below asking price. But what this buyer asked for was an $8,000 credit for the heating system. Understandably so, the property has no heating except for a fireplace. And that fireplace has a little bit of issues as well, and so is going to need some repair. So in talking to this client, that particular client is willing to take the credit and increase the selling price, which leaves us another issue, the appraisal. Well, what if they increase the price by $8,000 and then we don't get the appraisal, and now we're stuck with a gap between the selling price and the actual appraised value? Now, the third offer is a VA offer, and we love our veterans, and we always want to serve and help our veterans. I know that this VA buyer can go up in price, but the problem, once again, is going to be going up in price even above asking price. One, we could have a problem with the appraisal. That is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem with the VA is the heat source, because if you're a VA buyer, not only do you as a VA buyer have to qualify for the house, but the property has to qualify for the house. So in this case, since we know up front that there's only one heat source, we know that VA requires 2 heat sources in order for them to close on a transaction. So although we spoke with the lender, the underwriter says, yes, I'm willing to fund the loan because it's a pre-approved VA buyer, we are going to have the heat source in prior to the close of escrow, which means that we need to advise our seller, if you accept this VA offer, you've got to put up about $8,000 up front into a heat source so that the veteran can actually purchase the home. The veteran in this case just called and said, we'll pay the $8,000 if the seller's willing to accept our offer. So if you're a seller and I've given you these 3 options, on which one of these clients would you recommend your seller to accept? I'm curious to see what your answer is. So I'd like you to message me. I'd like you to engage in this conversation. You may have additional questions. We're going to be presenting these offers today, probably with the highest and best. However, that only gives us leverage as a seller, since we have multiple offers still yet to come in, to find the right offer for our client. And also to make sure that those who are putting the offer in on the property have full disclosure as to the condition of the home, and that their lenders are fully aware going into the property that there are going to be some major repairs needed prior to closing escrow. So thank you for joining us here. Next time you're thinking of buying or selling, make sure you call an experienced agent. Do not search for an agent online first. Go by a referral or go by the statistics that an agent has and interview 3 agents. Ask about their experience and what they're going to do for you. And if you'd like more information about Staged Homes Real Estate, our 30 years experience put to work for you, take a look at our website at www.stagedhomesrealestate.com and take a look at our before and after photos. With Staged Homes Real Estate, our staging is always free. Thank you so much for joining us here live at Off the Cuff with Deb.